Everyone loves a good hot hatchback as a car enthusiast, and there's a lot to choose from. Well, with today's video, I'm going to talk about what the magazines think, what I think, and what the best ones we've had are that make the cars we have today. There's been a lot of great ones over the many 40 years or so we've had them, and these aren't going to be cheap. These are going to be some of the brand new ones, but they're going to be really good ones. I'm going to recommend some of my favourites and the best. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Cars with Ben. Welcome to the Cars with Ben YouTube channel, and kicking off with a brand that I never talk about is Hyundai. In this video, I'm going to talk about the Hyundai I20n. The i20n is the follow-up to the i30n, which you might remember was an extremely successful, popular little hatchback by Hyundai, and I don't think anyone really expected it. It's very much a cheaper take on a lot of these hatchbacks. It's a very entertaining, almost better Polo in many ways, and a lot cheaper. And it's aggressive, but it won't bite. And what I like about this car is it looks great in blue. It's got the red flares. It's a clever car. And yeah, it has the Hyundai badge, but does that really matter now? I think it's almost a better brand than it ever was. The engine's super responsive, and these typically come in are very rival to the Ford Fiesta. So great cars. I love the older one. Prices for these are anywhere between 23,000 to 24,000 at new as of current. At number 2 in no particular order is the Volkswagen Golf R. Now this is the latest Mark 8 come from Volkswagen, and let's make no mistake, this engineering behind the Golf R is amazing. So many people have wanted the most recent one that people have been buying them so much that they have got to the point now where they are extremely expensive cars. Now I'll talk about that in a minute, but the Golf R combines an immense amount of grip but also has a comfortable ride, which a lot of people expect, as well as its power. Now there's a lot of great cars. I got Golfs, there's the GTI you go for. You don't have to have the most expensive, but it's ridiculously fast for the R and potentially better than an S3, a BMW M135i, and it's got all the space you'll ever need in that engine. It's a very, very great car. Everyone knows this. Now, the old one was very successful, a bit aggressive in my opinion, but here's a new one, very expensive. If you are looking for one, just bear in mind that that is a £50,000 price tag. Yeah, you saw it first. According to What Car, it is another German on the list, and in no particular order is the AMG A45, probably the most savage here that you can buy for hot hatches at the moment. And this is the car that everyone wants to get on finance for, let's not lie. But with the AMG A45, it's a car that I do really like, but I just don't think it's worth the money, and you'll see again in a minute why I think these German cars are getting ridiculous for hot hatch prices. But it does look really cool, and you can understand why a lot of people like it. It's got that aggressive look, it's got the Mercedes badge, and it's a very, again, savagely quick, immense grip, quick shifting automatic gearboxes. They really know how to make those gearboxes, Mercedes. But you know, you could get an RS3 potentially for cheaper. It's very expensive. I do like the aggression. It's a lot better looking than the previous A45. Not to get confused with the AMG A35, which is a car that looks very similar but isn't the same. And this is a close to £50,000 to £60,000 price tag, which I'm sorry, for a hot hatch should not be that much. If you're looking for something quite a lot cheaper than the Mercedes, then why not look no further than the Ford Fiesta ST? These cars are very popular, as you might know, and the ST has been around. Ford have been around, Fiesta's been around for so long now that everyone knows what it is. It's probably the most common car in the UK, and I believe I read somewhere there's 2 million of them. Don't get me wrong, no, this is not going to be a chavtastic car. It's going to be a car that has changed a lot. It's got now nice round headlights, which I wasn't sure about first, but they do look alright. And it's obviously got the cracking standard turbocharged 1.5 litre 3-cylinder petrol engine, which will get you 197 horsepower and 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. It's got obviously the standard versions. You can have a standard Fiesta, you could have the ST line, and prices for these typically go from anywhere at the moment for £24,000 to £27,000. So a good car if you want to get started, and a really nice one as well for the UK's best buying selling car. I've probably left one of my favourites till last, to be honest with you, and I think a lot of the car reviews agreed. It was the Meganne RS. Now, not to be confused with the Trophy Special Editions. Now, this is the one you want to look for, the £23,000 mark, not the £38,000, because that is a lot of money and out of probably most people's hot hatch price range. But with the RS, it is a very special hot hatch. Renault are the best at this. They made the V6 Clio. They've made many Clios that have come before it. They've made a lot of cool different hot hatches over the years, and I really like them because they should make more French hot hatches. That for me is where the hot hatch is. And the Renault has really clever interior. It's very much like a Mercedes in a way, or a Ford. And yes, it's a big car and it's probably not the best for performance compared to the others, but it's also not practical as much as it should be, but it's cheaper than most of its rivals. It's agile handling, and it is a quiet hot hatch cruiser by most of its standards. So overall, I would probably pick this just because it's a racing special. That's what a hot hatch should be. It's a homologation of what all the racing has come to make a hot hatch, and for that reason, I would pick the Meganne RS because it just, even though it doesn't look that pretty, I'll admit, it's something that's more affordable. Hey, it's Ben here, and thank you for watching my car content on YouTube. I really enjoy making it, and I can't wait to see the community grow, and hopefully we can have car meets in the future. If you want to be part of that, don't forget to subscribe.